Welcome back to the channel, y'all. Alright, so here we go with another part of our axle bearing and seal and axle replacement and ABS sensor replacement. I think I uploaded the ABS sensor replacement video just recently here. But now you can see we have our brand new axle in, finally. So there's the old one that goes in the passenger side. That's the one we're going to reuse, no damage, as you can see. And there's our new one. All right, so I just wanted to show you that before I put the passenger side axle back in, because I'm going to start doing the bearings. And also I'm going to show you that I purchased a different set of bearings due to the difference between the ones that I pulled out and the ones that I had originally purchased, and I will show that to you right here. All right, guys, so another step that I forgot to mention, you definitely want to get a broomstick or, you know, something similar, attach a rag to it and get in there and clean that tunnel out, and I'll show you why. This is the side that really wasn't all that bad, and I just pulled this lump out of here. Plus, if I can get it, if I can seem to get this thing out of here, which I can't. Let me go get my magnet. All right, so now I got my magnet. I'm gonna hopefully get this thing out of here. Maybe not. Maybe it's not strong enough, or it's too big. Ah, there it is. Look at that. That came out of the tunnel. I don't know if that flew back in there whenever I hammered this bearing out, or if that somehow made it through to this side from the other side, but always clean that tunnel before you go to put these back together. That would have been really, really bad. All right, so on to the other thing that I wanted to show you guys. Here is the new bearing that I just went and picked up at my local Napa Auto Parts, because this is the bearing that I pulled out. Exact same, you know, it's an exact match. I just wanted to make sure that I was putting in, I mean, the bearings that I had ordered online, they just didn't look right, and the guy that I ordered them from couldn't give me a good enough explanation as to why they don't look like the bearings I pulled out. So I went ahead and got the bearings that match the one I pulled out. So that's the one we're going to go with today. I have my dead blow hammer here and my bearing and race punch kit here. So we are going to match up which one we're going to use, and I guess that one was the perfect match. So you want to make sure that whenever you match these up for pounding these in, you got to make sure you're pounding against the race and not your bearing. So you want to be on the outside piece of metal there, or you're just going to push those bearings in and destroy everything that you worked toward this far. All right, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to throw a little bit of high temp wheel bearing grease around this before I pound it in, and then we'll get at it. So as I was talking about before, guys, definitely clean this out. Look how much gunk and crap I got out of there. That could be burnt fluid, that could be metal shavings, you know, I'm sure it's a little bit of both. Definitely clean these out before you go ahead and try to put things back together. Last thing you want to do is be leaving any kind of dirt or material in that tunnel for sure. All right, so now that I have a little bit of grease here on my bearing and the O-ring, I am going to fit this thing in here. And you know, another thing you want to make sure you do is you want to make sure this thing is going in straight. Which that doesn't look straight to me. All right, folks. So, unfortunately, the 4-pound dead blow hammer is not working. So I did get the bearing started here, and what I've had to do now is switch to my 8-pound sledgehammer to maybe get this thing the rest of the way in. I'm not even sure that it's gonna do the trick here. I gotta find a way to hold this and swing it at the same time, which is gonna be somewhat difficult, but yeah, this is not the easiest thing to make happen here. Damn it. Well, note to self, don't get old paint near your bearings. All right. I don't know how I'm going to get this to work, but I'm going to work on it off camera a little bit and see if I can get this pounded in. All right, folks. So after a ton of beating on this thing with my 8-pound sledge, that's as far as I got her. And for some reason, I think that's about as far as she's going to go. I don't know. I'm going to check into it here real quick before I start putting the axles, putting this axle in and putting this back together. But I got a funny feeling that's as far as she is going to go in. And if you take a close look at it, it's not 100% flush with the tunnel, but I think that's about as good as we're going to get. But I definitely want to check and make sure, because I don't want to put this axle in and put the car down the road if it's if this bearing is not in all the way. But that's about as far as I can get her. Although I am working by myself, so I'm trying to hold everything and swing the hammer at the same time. I may have to grab some help to complete this. But we're gonna end this part here. This is going to be a little quick one, and then start a different video here once I figure out what I'm going to do with this. Until next time, y'all, be safe, stay healthy. Thanks for tuning in. All right, welcome back, guys. So after checking the bearing on our passenger side, I decided that it was in all the way, so I got that axle in and I pounded in our new axle here on the driver's side after cleaning out the tunnel and doing all that necessary stuff. And now I'm going to show you how we're going to put our brand new axle in. It slides through the little seal pretty easily. You just got to kind of try to keep it centered in the tunnel, so that when you get into those 31 splines in there, it'll line up all right. You may have to move it a little bit. That one went in pretty easy. Yeah, so now really We just got to get into the differential and put the C-clips on both of our axles, the old one and the new one. I'm going to go over here and check, make sure our passenger side is in all the way. Yeah, so this one doesn't look like it's in as far as it needs to be, but hopefully when we get into that differential, it'll be all right. So let's do that. All right, guys, so I took the diff cover off again, and looking in here, it looks like I have perfect amount of room to get our C-clamps on. Uh-oh, if I don't lose them. Oh boy. All right, so let's see if I can get. Well, I didn't like that. That was kind of creepy. The wind blew and the whole car rocked pretty severely. I'm going to this one. I'm gonna tap this C-ring up and on. Hopefully here. I think maybe our passenger side axle could have been pushed in just a little bit further, but hopefully I can tap this up in, and I think I got it. So now I'm going to go pull that axle back out and see if she seats. All right, so seems like we're good on that. Now, what I need to do is get the driver's side one on from the top somehow. I may have to move the differential, put the car in neutral, move the differential. Let me do that real quick. All right, so now that I got the car neutral, I can spin this differential by moving my drive shaft and get it to where it'll be easier to get this C-clip on her, hopefully anyway. Okay, so let's see if maybe I'll be able to see what I'm doing a little bit better now, because I have to get this C-clip over the end of our, oh wait, there we go. Ah, didn't work. Oh, nice. Yuck. in the goo. Nice. Perfect. Guess I should have had my glove on, huh? Tell you what, I'm real happy about this wind. This wind is killing me here. Making it very difficult to do this because this car is making it feel like it wants to rock off the jack stands. And I sure as heck don't want to be under it when that happens. Or let's just make sure that doesn't happen. Oh boy. So that is not a good thing. Don't know how. I think that spider gear moved. Oh boy. That's not good. Why did that thing move? They both did. Oh boy. I guess I may have made a mistake by moving this thing without putting the pin back in her. Well, that's a debacle I gotta figure out here. Well, folks, another bad news scenario here, which I'll show you real quick if I can get this up in there. See how those holes don't match up? That's where our pin goes. And those are spider gears inside there. And those are what you really don't want to shift. And it happened. So now I got to pull the whole thing up out of here and try to fix that. Not sure I can do it, but I guess we're going to give her hell. So I'm going to have to mesh this video with another one and get back to it whenever we get her taken care of. Thanks for watching. Be safe out there and stay healthy. Till next time.